Do you still remember the first trade you ever made? Every time you place an order, you are learning more about yourself. How we view it defines who we are. Edward Thorpe, before the creation of the first global quantitative hedge fund, the world could not fathom that trading strategies could be executed automatically. James Simons, before the establishment of the Medallion Fund, people did not think that zeros and ones would get you far in the trading world. BingX, before the launch of crypto copy trading services, public opinion doubted the potential of ordinary investors to make profit trading. Currently, over 3.2 million people are using copy trading services globally. BingX is still actively recruiting high-quality traders. Come build the future of social trading with us.
Hello everyone, welcome to another EMA session hosted by BingX team. My name is Emerson, and joining me today in today's stream is Elvisco, who's in charge of the partnership aspect for BingX Exchange. Hello Elvisco.
Hi, thank you for having me, Emerson. It's a pleasure to be here to speak to you today on the topic proof of reserves. How are you doing, by the way?
Yeah, doing great. I think the festive season is coming. I think most of us, including myself, are preparing for the Christmas and the upcoming New Year celebration. Yeah, and I hope that you are also going to enjoy next week. In fact, it's this weekend, right? Christmas.
Yeah, it's this weekend. Yeah,
Yeah, so it's going to be a joyful one, hopefully. And
yeah,
yeah, looking forward to that. Thanks for
me
asking.
too. No
Yeah,
problem.
yeah. Okay, so I think for today's proof of reserve EMA, right? This session will be a pretty unique one because we will be taking this opportunity to share with everyone on what our proof of reserve is and the kind of details and the upcoming steps that the exchange will be doing and how we will better safeguard your assets from 2023 onwards. So yeah, without further ado, maybe we can just start off an introduction. Maybe for some of them who might not know about BingX, maybe you can just do a quick introduction about what BingX is.
So basically, what BingX is a crypto social exchange. Basically, we're similar to Binance by getting all those other competitors. Basically, on our exchange, you can trade commodities, you can trade crypto, etc. And basically, we specialize in aspects such as copy trading. So if you're not really make profit, basically you can do the trades of professional traders and earn as you go. Basically, we focus on building a crypto community as well. So basically, we try to educate users as much as possible as well. So even though we're a crypto exchange, we try to make sure that we provide services where you can actually learn and grow on BingX exchange. And we will always like post videos to educate you how to trade, how to prevent loss, etc. So yeah, BingX is now in its third year basically, and it's growing strong. So if you're interested in trading crypto, BingX is definitely the place to be.
Sounds great. So I guess for those of you who might be interested to know more about the exchange updates, just feel free to get to our website, or rather the blog URL, and the URL is blog.bingx.com. You can just simply get to bingx.com to find out more details. So thank you so much, Elvisco, for sharing the introduction of BingX. So maybe without further ado, let's move on to the next segment, which is about the general things that centralized exchanges like us have already done or are planning to do going forward. Yeah, because this year has been a tumultuous year. It has been pretty volatile in all aspects, not just the crypto market. So yeah, I think going forward, especially for an emerging market like cryptocurrency, the Web3 space, what can centralized exchanges do, and what do you think are the plans that centralized exchanges could do to instill more confidence in users?
Well, basically, as you said, Emerson, thanks for that comment. The crypto market has been pretty rough, especially for centralized exchange. The latest issue being, or the most, I guess, controversial issues surrounding the FTX crash. So because of that, you have a lot of people are not as trusting with centralized exchanges, and basically they are now looking to DeFi solutions. Yeah, but I would say in terms of what centralized, well, what BingX will be doing is that we're making sure we establish what we call a proof of reserves. And for those who don't understand what proof of reserves are, is that proof of reserves is like, it's established like a system where you can show whether the customer funds are safe, meaning that there's sufficient funds backing all deposits. Yeah. So by doing that, we will be publishing our proof of reserves, audit results, so you can, they're also can be made on the ants by real time, so you can access and see what's going on. So that's the way how, BingX is trying to, or trying to make sure that customer funds are safe and customers are sure that, we have all the reserves and all the funds to back all the deposits.
Mm, I think sounds like a plan. In fact, I do see that BingX is one of the first, if not the first, to actually come out with a audit report, which I think we could share right now with everyone here. So similarly, if you are interested to find out about um, the articles about our proof of reserve, you can get over to our announcement page on the BingX blog, where we have announced the verified proof of reserve audit um, managed by Mazas. You can check it out here. Yeah. So I think other than that, right, since we are talking about the proof of reserves right now, so maybe you can get to the main topic of the day, which is the BingX proof of reserves. So I do hear from your side that you have actually made a summary on how um, what are the kind of things that BingX has done to perform the proof of reserves for the customers. So before I ask the next question, right, maybe what I'll do is also to share with everyone, once again, a screen share of the place where you can actually check out whether your funds are intact with us. So if you can check out the screen right here, this screen or this link itself is actually made available to everyone since early December. So once our audit is up, we have actually published this proof of reserves verification page for everyone to check it out. So going forward, what BingX will be doing as an exchange is that on-chain data, especially for our funds, will actually be made available every week. So starting from end of November, we have actually made a weekly report on the overall funds that are under our reserves. And we can actually, as you scroll down, you can actually get to see the percentage of the funds that we are holding for Bitcoin, Ether, and more. And other than that, users can also log in. So for all BingX users, let's say if you are keen or interested to find out where your funds are or how many percentage of your funds are with us, which obviously most of all of them will be in our exchange, you can actually log in to check out the exact statistics. So by logging in, you'll be able to see your asset and the percentage of the asset that is currently in the reserve. Yeah. So for more information, you can actually check out this blog article that we will actually share on the Twitter account after this, as well as we will actually flash out the URL in this stream as well shortly. Yeah. So I think the proof of reserves going forward is definitely going to be something that is like a mainstay. But based on what we know so far, due to the certain regulation, the audit firms like Mazars, they have been currently suspended their services to crypto exchanges. So, Elvisco, what do you think will be next in terms of like the audits? Do you think this is going to be like a permanent suspension of audits, or are we going to see some sort of solution next year?
Well, I can't tell you like exactly what the solutions may be, but I know because of the pressure coming from the market in terms of, people want answers and people or people are actually removing money from exchanges. I think what centralized exchanges will have to do is probably integrate some DeFi elements and also maybe create other solutions or create innovative products or innovative solutions uh, that you know can be automated and allow users to feel to have more control, because one of the problems is that when there's any issues that users are not able to withdraw their money. And I think what centralized exchanges want to do is to ensure that people have greater control over withdrawing and depositing their funds at any given time when there's any issues. And I think if exchanges are able to build a framework like that or a technological solution like that, that will be helpful as much as possible. I think exchanges are already working. I can tell for sure BingX is already working on solutions. I can't see the solutions as yet, but we're working on a number of solutions to ensure. So it's not just proof of reserves. Proof of reserves is just the starting point. I believe there will be, you know, more solutions definitely going forward. And it's very important to create these solutions because sometimes what happens is that you don't think of the issues forthcoming because no one thought that this would ever happen, yet situation. But it happened, and now exchanges, centralized exchanges are now they now have to be forced to come up with solutions, which is also good for the industry as well, because then users feel more secure and it will actually gain and rebuild the trust that people once had in these fire exchanges.
I think that's a good point being pointed out. So I think going forward, like these are really the kind of things that we have to do. Um, and of course, over at BingX, it is also our utmost duty to ensure that everyone is aware of where the funds are. So what we're going to do going forward is to have a quarterly audit as well. So the 1st of December's Maza's report is just the very first, and many more updates will actually be done. More audits will actually be done on a quarterly basis by being as exchange. So yeah, so regarding this part, I think pretty much is clear. If there's any other questions from the audience, just feel free to comment in the YouTube comment section below. Otherwise, we'll move on to the final part of the AMA segment, which is about the future efforts of BingX and what we could do apart from the audit that we could safeguard the customer fund. So I think going forward, other than the audits as well as the Merkle tree and the verification page, I think more than ever, as the whole space matures, we are constantly being targeted. Like the whole space is being targeted by hackers as well as bad actors increasingly. Yeah, and we do expect that in the coming year and the years ahead, as the industry grows, as the market grows, everyone will actually be susceptible to such potential threats. So at BingX, what we will constantly do and has been doing all along is that we will constantly monitor as well as to do regular platform audits as well, not just the security audit or the funds audit. At the same time, on a technical level, BingX will never stop doing security audits and platform audits to our exchanges. And this is to ensure that the processes as well as the product that we're offering to our users are 100% or close to 100% like secure for daily usage. Yeah, and so far we are proud to say that as of today, we are due to our constant monitoring and security operations, we have been maintaining a pretty high standard in terms of um, any form of like threats or exploitation from hackers. So we will continue to keep up the constant monitoring and security aspect to ensure the safety of our users' fund. So, Elvisco, do you have any other things to add on with regards to the kind of things that BingX would do to further safeguard the customer's fund?
Yeah, I would say may actually be also following up with the recent legislations as well to see how we operate because they have been legislation in Europe such as the MiCA
Yeah,
basically to be implemented recently. So that will we would have to also look into to that as well and see how we operate as an exchange. That will help us to be more compliant. We've already become compliant. We've already obtained a lot of licenses and we've already done our AML stuff and what's not. But the MiCA will change the landscape of how crypto exchanges operate, which is good for us because we have a framework to follow. And once we, I think all exchanges will need to follow that framework. So that will also help users to feel safe too as well, because once there's legislation there and we are following the legislation or following to stay compliant as a crypto exchange in order to operate in various markets, etc. That is definitely going to help us big time. So we have our eyes on the Mika, and let's see what it means for us. Basically, what Mika is a regulatory instrument, basically regulating crypto assets and those who provide crypto exchanges and those companies to provide crypto assets for users. Yeah, so
yeah,
definitely that will have a really big impact on the industry. So going forward, we have to keep our eyes on that. Yeah, it's very important.
yeah, agree totally. So I think going forward, we will also, on top of the items that we have mentioned, we will also do like regular updates on our social media account as well as our blog and um, on our Medium as well to keep everyone up to date with the latest platform updates, any sort of like platform audits, as well as our quarterly um, fund audit as well that we will be handling. Okay,
Yes, and
so
also one more thing,
yes,
Emerson, before they go, just let me know. So basically, really, really important to have the quarterly report. So there will also be synced on late 10. So for you guys who follow or you can follow our Facebook, our Twitter, but also you can also follow us our Instagram and our LinkedIn page. To get the information as well. So even if you're not following us on Facebook, you don't use Facebook, but you use Instagram or you use particularly LinkedIn, you can get information there as well. Yeah.
yeah, for sure. So just feel free to also check out the URL that is appearing on the bottom of the screen here for the latest update. Yeah. Alternatively, feel free to get to our Medium page. So all the social media links can actually be found at the bottom of bingx.com. Yeah. So I think as we are coming close to the stream, I think I will just take a quick look at the comment section here. Um, okay. So there's actually a question regarding a live question segment. So unfortunately for today, right, we will not be doing the live question response on the live stream. So what we will be doing instead is to pick the 7 questions, and we will actually be responding via the Twitter account. And this is also to give people like a much clearer like response as compared to YouTube. Yeah, because we don't understand that as we speak right now, some of the words might not be as clear as how things will be presented in a text format. So we'll be responding to the 7 questions on Twitter account and just check it out. Check out our Twitter account within the next 24 hours. Okay, so Avisco, is there any other like last minute or last statement that you wanted to share to the audience?
Well, basically, just want to wish our audience Merry Christmas and prosperous New Year. Christmas is just for those who celebrate Christmas because not everyone celebrates Christmas. So basically, Christmas is I guess we're in different times. But I think it's the 21st for you too. Yeah, Emerson.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Sorry.
So basically, just want to wish everyone Merry Christmas and everyone stay safe. And I just have a great holiday. Yeah, everyone.
Sorry. So sorry. Hi, Elvisco, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. So basically, I just wish everyone Merry Christmas and safe holidays. Yeah.
Okay, likewise. Okay, so before we end the segment, I think we have audience comment about who and how is the audit performed. So earlier on during the beginning part of our live stream, we have actually shared with everyone that Mazas is the one that has reviewed, and they have actually performed the audit for us. Yeah, Alvisco, do you have anything to add on regarding Mazas?
Yes. So, Mazars is well a well-known auditing, crypto auditing company basically, and their research on us is pretty independent. So their reports they will require us to provide a lot of information, uh, regarding of what is necessary for the auditing report to be accurate. So basically, we've been just doing that, and as I said, if you guys have any problems regarding proof of reserves, you can check us out. You can check out Mazars as well to read up more about them. To see because maybe you probably have never heard about it, but you can also read up about Mazars and see the work that they're doing, which is pretty good work so far. So yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, they're really a great bunch of entities. It's been a pleasure working with them as well. But as we all know, recently Mazars has temporarily suspended their services across all exchanges. So we are still working very closely with them to find out and check out the latest updates. Yeah, but we do believe as an exchange that such suspension should be temporary. But at the same time, being as exchange, we will also look for alternative firms to ensure that our quarterly audits will be done on time and promptly as well. So just to answer the final question regarding who and how is the audit performed, so our audit will actually be performed on a quarterly basis. And our first audit was done by Mazas on the 1st of December. And the information about this audit can actually be found on our blog, which is at bingx.com. So just check out the announcement page and you should be able to see the article regarding Mazas update. Yeah. Okay. So any last final word that you would like to say, Alvisco, before we end the session for today?
Just one other thing, because there's this whole battle of C5 versus D5 going on
Mm,
in the industry. So let me just establish some of the strengths and weaknesses of both so that, the users understand. Because people are saying DeFi, but they might not be, they know some of the risk, yeah? Well, with
yeah.
centralized exchange, obviously their actors are behind the exchange and they're foreseeing, like not foreseeing, they're basically overseeing, what is happening, etc., and they're controlling what goes on in the platform. When you have I think people are concerned having a central authority. It can be bad actors, which can be a risk. So
Mm,
basically, you just have to be sure to trust. But with decentralized exchange, even though there are no actors really behind it, it's just based on code. Sometimes if a program is not coded properly, they can be hacks or little issues, and if a hacker find that code, they can actually get the funds from users. So I mean, decentralized exchange are pretty good too, but both decentralized and centralized do have their disadvantages, yeah. And there's no perfect system yet. I just think going forward though, what we might need to have is like a hybrid with where CFI, because I feel like there's a divide going on where people is, oh, I'm on CFI, I'm on DeFi. Why can't DeFi and CFI work together in certain
yeah.
aspects, to create a system that is functional? And that is one thing that I often advocate for because, it shouldn't be a divide. I feel like the communities can work together. and come up with solutions that are tailor fitted for everyone. Basically, you know.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
obviously, that would take time. Obviously, that would take a lot of research, and it's not something that you can just delve into just head front. You have to take time in your research, see what are the problems that it can bring, see what are the solutions, or the solutions basically more advantageous than disadvantageous. So all those aspects would have to be considered, etc. So yeah.
Mm, agree with that. Okay. So with that being said, um, we have actually just included the bottom scroll message. So selected 7 questions by the committee will be announced within 24 hours after this live stream ends. And you can check out the 7 questions and response from us on our Twitter account, which is twitter.com/BingX official. Yeah, so do give a follow at our social media account, especially our Twitter, which we will give a daily updates. Um, yeah, so with that being said, thanks everyone for attending today's AMA, and we will actually come back with more sessions next time around. And thank you so much, Elvisco, for joining today's live stream.
Thank you for having me, Emerson. Really appreciate it. It was great being here to discuss with you on this reserve topic. Yeah, great to have you as well.
Okay, sure. Okay, thanks everyone. Yep, we will catch up soon. See you.